I'm Heather Dawson, and it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California. And this week, we're venturing out of the country. From stunning desert villages, beautiful scenery, and hospitable people, Morocco has a lot to offer. It is also home to one of the most important motorsport events in Morocco that is becoming widely known worldwide. Our reporter, Marco Gutierrez, takes us to the 28th annual race across Morocco, exclusive to women racers.
Okay, so I'm excited because I just got back from Morocco and I was there for a really crazy and spectacular event. This is the Rally Aisha de Gazelles. Rally Aisha de Gazelles is the only women-only off-road rally in the world. Women from all over the world, from all ages and all backgrounds, come to this event. This event is on its 28th year. Almost 80% of this year's participants are first-timers.
Do you have experience?
No.
Oh,
No, it's the first time, and it was actually our first time using a compass and everything.
And the first time like driving.
And the first time driving a 4x4 and everything. So it was just all new for us. Also sleeping in a tent. It was
That's
all
totally
new.
new.
All new.
So the concept of this race is no speed, all 100% off-road, and no GPS. They use old school maps to navigate across the Sahara Desert. And that's how they navigate across this entire race.
Is a mental challenge. This is not just a driving challenge, it's definitely mental. Sun is a little bit unsettling. I had a blast, however, navigation-wise is really scary because you cannot see a thing.
And so you're coming along to get an inside look at the Rally Aisha de Gazelles. I'm Marco Gutierrez, you're watching California Life.
Here comes the bride, and this season, all brides' eyes are on the royal wedding, wondering and hoping to incorporate some of those trends into their own wedding. And guess what? Bridal expert Darcy Miller shows us how to throw a wedding like a royal.
Nothing says wedding like the all-important dress, but it's the accessories that complete the look.
You could wear a tiara. And you might not have a grandmother who is the Queen of England to borrow one from, but this is a beautiful one, and here's a fun fascinator. And actually, I just heard that the search for fascinators has doubled since January on eBay, so we know everyone's looking for them.
Elevate the wow factor by adding regal touches of gold to your wedding decor.
In the tea service, in the cake stand, in the cake knife, that's a Vera Wang cake knife, which is one of my go-tos for a wedding gift again, so you can use that day and after the wedding.
For the invitations, monograms and calligraphy are hot this wedding season. So are white flowers like Meghan Markle's favorite, the peony. And skip the coffee, there's nothing like a tea bar to add that oh-so-British flair to your own affair.
One person dies of melanoma every 57 minutes, and if you've ever gone to a tanning bed, you have an 87% higher risk of melanoma. Yet people still do it every day. David Wiley introduces us to two women who are connected forever because of melanoma.
The California sunshine. It's the reason that millions of people have moved to our state. But this beautiful sunshine can also have deadly consequences.
Laying by the pool or spending the day at the beach is just part of the California lifestyle. But ultraviolet light from the sun is a leading cause of skin cancer. May is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, and research shows that skin cancer is by far the most common form of cancer. Estimates are that 1 in 5 Americans will get skin cancer in their lifetime. The most serious and deadly form of skin cancer is melanoma, and 86% of melanoma cases are attributed to excessive sun exposure. And studies show that even just one session in a tanning bed can raise the risk of melanoma by 20%. But the quest for the perfect tan can blind many, like Tina, whose mother had melanoma and warned her as a teenager to stay out of the sun.
She would say, "You're going to get melanoma." And I was invincible, and I said, "Whatever, then I'll just dye tan." Literally would say that.
Well, 8 years ago, Tina was diagnosed with melanoma after finding a mole on her back.
They removed it. It went 5 millimeters deep, which with melanoma, only 1 millimeter, it gets into your skin and can get into your lymph nodes. So mine was really aggressive.
After extensive treatment, including the removal of multiple lymph nodes, Tina was cleared of the melanoma, at least for a time. And it was during that recovery time that Tina began following a young Rancho Cucamonga woman on social media named Chloe Thompson, who was diagnosed with melanoma at age 19 while serving in the Air Force. Chloe bravely and publicly fought melanoma before passing away at the age of 22.
I would tell her, "You need to slow down. You know, you have cancer, you know." But she just didn't want to give up. She wanted to live life.
Chloe's mother, Michelle, describes her daughter as an outgoing young lady who lived life to the fullest.
She just never gave up. She never stopped fighting. In fact, when she finally passed away, people were surprised. They didn't realize that her cancer was as serious as it was because she just lived life every single day.
And today, Michelle works hard to keep Chloe's memory alive in an effort to help others.
I kept Chloe's Facebook going as a memorial page, and she has, I don't know, about 3,300 people on there. People really reached out to me after Chloe passed away and just told me, you know, how she inspired them.
And while Tina never met Chloe, she reached out to Chloe's mother, Michelle, when she was recently re-diagnosed with melanoma, and they met recently for the very first time.
You did great.
I try not to cry.
I know, me too.
Chloe was so positive. She was just so positive, and everything I would watch of her, she was just happy, and she fought so hard. And I just vowed to fight as hard as Chloe did.
And Chloe and Tina's stories are reminders to all of us of the dangers of this deadly form of skin cancer. Things to remember: people with fair skin, blonde or red hair, and blue eyes are most susceptible to melanoma. But anyone with extended sun exposure can be at risk. A family history of melanoma is also a risk factor. Warning signs include large, irregular moles that grow quickly. More than 9,000 people nationwide are predicted to die from melanoma this year, but the survival rate is very good if detected early. That means everyone, especially people in the risky categories, need to get regular examinations by a dermatologist.
Melanoma can be prevented, so sunscreen, put some sunscreen on, and give yourself a self-exam. It's just like breast cancer, it's really easy, just check your skin.
As for Tina, she's in the midst of a new battle with stage 4 melanoma. And while her prognosis is unknown, she remains upbeat about the future.
I'm super positive about it. I know I was put here for a reason, and I'm just going with it. I hope that I could be an inspiration to somebody. I hope that my fight can help somebody else, and I hope that my knowledge will help somebody else.
If you or anyone you know fits in the high-risk category or you're noticing new moles, we urge you to see your doctor immediately. For more information on melanoma, you can visit the American Cancer Society at cancer.org.
Coming up, Disney travel expert Janine Tornatore is in studio to discuss travel tips and popular destinations for all of us. That's coming up. Stay with us. Family travel is on the rise. In fact, more than 27% of families are planning to take 3 or more vacations in the next year. Disney travel expert Janine Tornatore joins us in studio to offer tips on how to plan. Thank you so much, Janine, for
Great to be
joining
here.
us. What a fun job you have.
It is fun. Talking travel is always exciting because that's what everyone's looking forward to, is planning their next vacation.
Oh, and I'm right there. It's prime time for me. And I thought it was interesting. I was reading that basically people want to go somewhere different every year. And that's definitely my family.
They do, and we're seeing this trend of it's all about experiences. So people are kind of reverse engineering these days the way they plan their vacation. Instead of saying, here's the destination I want to go to, they're saying, what do we want to do? What do we want to experience as a family? And then how do we do that, and where do we go to do that? And you know, you're seeing big brands like Disney really embrace that. They have so much more beyond the parks now. All of these signature experiences from Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney, which is curated, all-encompassing tours of everything from here close to home or a tour in Japan in 2019. People want to have these really unique immersive experiences.
Now that my kids are a little bit older, like high school and junior high, I think it's educational to go and do some of those.
Absolutely, and I think when you look at this, it really takes people through those different stages of life. You take them to the parks when they're young, you know, and then you go do these more immersive experiences when they're older, where they're going to get different things out of it.
Well, do you have any tips if anybody's looking right now?
Number one is to know when to go. The cheapest times are going to be early June and late August. If you have the flexibility, maybe smaller children, go before everybody else is. You'll find better deals that way. Another thing I always tell people is to broaden your lodging options. It's not just about hotels anymore. There are so many more options out there. You have resorts like Disney's Aulani, where you have the option for hotel rooms, but they also have their Disney Vacation Club condos, and those bigger properties. Well, my family, where I have 3 kids, you know, if you're doing a multi-generational trip, the grandparents may want to stay in their own hotel room. I need more space, so I would opt for one of those, but we're all on the same property and in the same resort.
So what are some of the popular cruise options right now?
For Southern California, for example, you could do the cruise out of San Diego, and if you're a really big Disney fan, they have their Adventures by Disney Southern California, which is a really cool behind-the-scenes look at everything Disney, from Disney Studios. They take you into where they do all that Imagineering, so you're going to see stuff that may not even be out there yet, what they're imagining for their next attractions, and even an apartment where Walt Disney stayed when he was creating Disneyland. So the nice thing about cruising is that, number one, it's all inclusive, and number two, you don't really have to worry about anything. You can do those adventurous things within your cruise, and it's not all on you to plan it all.
Exactly, and combining it with Adventures by Disney, I don't know, that's got me hooked. So, well, thank you so much, and just shedding some light on this, and it makes me want to go book a vacation.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
And coming up, we've got the best of entertainment with Audra Stafford, plus life-saving discussions for men and women's health, along with some unexpected home improvements that every homeowner needs to know. All this and more when we come back. Don't go away. As the flowers start to bloom, it's the perfect time for getting your home organized and looking beautiful. Home improvement expert Elizabeth Hart joins us with some great practical ideas to get us motivated.
Hey guys, thanks so much for having me today. I've teamed up with 3 great brands to bring you insider tips for Home Improvement Month. Let's start with spring cleaning. I usually start in the bathrooms. Don't you feel that when the bathrooms are clean, the whole house feels cleaner? That's why I always start with Clorox. Clorox Scentiva bathroom products combine the trusted Clorox powder, giving your bathroom a supreme clean and removing soap scum. The best part, it not only cleans, but it smells really good too. Scentiva fills the room with an amazing scent experience. You can choose from scents like Pacific Breeze and Coconut, and Tuscan Lavender and Jasmine. It makes cleaning just a little bit more enjoyable. Scentiva is sold everywhere, and you can check out all the products at Clorox.com. After that brutal winter we just had, things like doors, sliders, and hinges tend to squeak and stick, making it the perfect time to apply a little WD-40 product. We all have a can somewhere, right? But did you know that they make more than the blue and yellow can? One of their more recent products is the WD-40 Specialist Spray and Stay Gel Lubricant. It's perfect for moving parts. Its formula means no fling, no drip, and no mess. You spray the area you need to lubricate, and that's it. It's the ultimate solution for vertical surfaces and moving parts, like door hinges, sliding door tracks, and garage doors, where lubrication needs to stay put. It's sold at all the big retailers, including Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, and many more. Finally, as the temperatures warm up, we all love to spend more time outdoors, and one simple way to add some style and beauty to your outdoor area is with a little light. Kitchener loves the living that happens in outside spaces. The One Light outdoor pendant from their Palisades collection not only adds light, but a casual, laid-back, boho chic vibe that transforms the look of patios, porches, gazebos, and more. I love this old bronze and natural wicker finish. This simple upgrade makes a huge difference and becomes a focal point in the space. So start planning that outdoor party. If you'd like more information, you can go to Kitchener.com. And for more information about any of the products I talked about today, please head to my website, ReadySetRenovate.net.
Research reveals fear of bladder leaks limits many of us from exercise and even water. Here's tips for a healthy lifestyle in honor of National Women's Health Week.
OBGYN Dr. Jessica Shepard explains LBL, a condition that's unmentionable for many women, but is actually more common than thought.
Many women think that they are probably the only ones that are experiencing that, but what we do know is that 1 in 3 women are experiencing light bladder leakage. Poise did a study of up to 1,000 women, and they found that 72% of women did have this moment, this light bladder leakage moment, when they were experiencing during coughing, laughing, sneezing, jumping, exercising.
Many women avoid exercise and drink less water to prevent leaks, but this doesn't help.
The key is stay hydrated and find different ways to deal with your light bladder leakage. Overall exercise, overall health, what we put in our body, what we eat, actually does, again, help with decreasing light bladder leakage.
What are the other options available to women dealing with LBL?
Whether that's from the pad, the Poise Impressa, and that's actually geared just towards helping decrease leaks and making sure that they have a great relationship with their healthcare provider to know all the other options that are available.
Go to poise.com to learn more about living with light bladder leakage.
As you have probably heard in the past, men may not always be so anxious to talk about their health issues, but they really do need to. This interview is a perfect example of why and what men need to know when it comes to health concerns.
Hereditary angioedema is something that can affect generation after generation without a diagnosis.
My great-grandmother, who came from the Dominican Republic at the turn of the century and just struggled with this disease and had no clue, was very secretive about it and kept it to herself and suffered in silence. Same with my grandmother and my mother.
It causes these random episodes of swelling or angioedema. They can occur anywhere on the body, your hands, your feet, your gastrointestinal tract. It can cause severe abdominal pain that can look like an acute abdomen or appendicitis. Patients don't know when it's going to happen. They can have anywhere from an attack a year to 27 attacks a year.
On average, diagnosis can take 10 to 11 years.
It's a simple blood test, and then once that is been confirmed and you want to reconfirm it, then there's a lot of great products. You talk to your physician and can get on the right treatment so you're not suffering.
Help is available at discoverhae.com, which offers information on the symptoms, diagnosis, and even doctors who treat the condition.
And now for the best of entertainment with our very own Audra Stafford. One of the most dazzling attractions here at the Disneyland Resort is Paint the Night. When can we do this again? It's a brilliant display of light and sound. And now, after a successful run at Disneyland, Paint the Night has moved to Disney California Adventure, where it's making Buena Vista Street a whole lot brighter. It takes more than 1 million lights to illuminate the parade's dozens of costumes and floats like this one, Slinky Dog. Slinky's ears alone are 18 feet tall and 11 feet across.
There's 10 spinning discs on Slinky, and they spin at 120 RPM. And then you can see the pegs there. There's over 800 pegs. Each one is independently programmed for lighting.
Amazingly, at 32 feet long, Slinky isn't even the biggest float. That honor goes to Mack Truck from Cars at 54 feet. You also have, 73 performers in this show?
Yes.
What is it like to get all that stuff moving and out on the street and entertaining everyone? It must take a lot of work to get that going.
It does. It takes a lot of work. We have been rehearsing with the parade performers for a couple of months. We've been brushing up the floats and getting them ready for the street.
Where guests of all ages can be dazzled.
Everybody's enjoying it, clapping along, singing the song. When can we do this again? Yeah, it's great to see it with our guests.
You can enjoy Paint the Night nightly here at Disney California Adventure, bringing you the best of entertainment. I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website, californialifehd.com. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.